Hey gang, Wesley Anderson here. Just wanted to cut you guys a quick video. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week thus far. Doing awesome down here despite this evil Texas heat, but grateful, all is good. So I have a question for you guys. Are you a 1? Are you a 2? Or are you a 3? And you're like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, guys, look. The reality of the situation now is that the pendulum is swinging back. Times are changing. There's no such thing as job security. It doesn't exist anymore. But most people, unfortunately, think that if they don't pay attention to it, if they turn their head the other way, that it's not happening. But guys, look what is happening with technology. All right, the further that technology advances, and we all have to agree that it's going to just continue to advance, the more that a machine or computer can do people's jobs. And that's not going to change. Those are facts. And that's going to continue on. So if people don't figure out a way to imply leverage or have an option B, they're going to be in trouble. And I don't say that to scare people. I just say that so people will wake up. You need to start looking for an option B. So what does this 1, 2, and 3 have to do with things, Wes? Well, guys, I think there are 3 types of people out there for the most part. The first type of people are those that are trading their time for money. Okay? You work 40 hours a week, you get paid 40 hours a week. You work 50 hours a week, you get paid 50 hours a week. And this is kind of the traditional role out there, okay? Because that's what most of us were taught to do by our parents. Go to school, get a good education, and you can get a great job, and you have job security. And you know what? Our parents probably meant well. Absolutely, they meant well. They had good intentions, and that might have been true back in the day where you could have that kind of job security. But we all know that that is just not true anymore. There is no such thing as job security when you work for someone else. But for me, that's what I did because I didn't know any better. I went to school. I got my degree in psychology. And unfortunately, I didn't really have any professional experience. I didn't know anybody. So after college, I went ahead and did what I knew best. And I went back into the manual labor world because I've always known that I was willing to work hard and didn't mind sweating. I got a job as a roofer. And if you've ever done anything like that before, you know how hard that is. I didn't realize it could be so gosh darn hot that early in the morning. Fortunately, a few months in, I had a guy approach me on top of the roof and he said, Wes, you've got to get out of this. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, look, we get paid just enough to get by, to pay the bills and be okay. But by the time that I get home, I can't even stay awake to help my daughter with her homework. And I'm trapped. And I don't want you to be in that situation. Get out of this before it's too late. And you know what? I actually listened to him. Fortunately, about that time, I had a friend that got an in as a paralegal at a law firm. Got me a job over there. And I was so freaking excited. I was going to be in corporate America. I had made it. I had arrived. Wes was going to be there. So I went ahead and went to Brooks Brothers the first time ever and got my 3 suits. And I was so stoked. And you know what? That excitement lasted less than a freaking week. And you know why? Because I learned pretty quickly that corporate America and the working manual labor, they're not very different. Now, do know this. If you have a job and you work, I respect you. If you love doing these 2 things, then more power to you. I respect anybody that works. Okay? But what I quickly learned that there is not much difference in the 2. Meaning that in corporate America, people get paid typically just enough to get by in hopes of retiring in 40 years at the age of 65 to start living. And for some reason, this has become the accepted norm in society. This is what's supposed to be right. And this is what we all think we're supposed to do. And that's a reality that's not true, guys. That's not true. If you like doing it, then more power to you. But you will never be free by working for someone else. And there is another way, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2. Number 2 are those that are winning the rat race, but they're still living like rats. And what do I mean by this? Well, those are people that make a lot of money, make a ton of money, but they have no time freedom, okay? It might be an attorney, a doctor, someone that works in the car industry. You might own your own business, okay? Make a ton of money, but no time freedom. And most will tell you that time freedom is so important. I had a friend that works in our industry, the current industry I'm in right now, and I said, why are you doing this? I said, you make more than $500,000 a year to provide for your family. And he goes, Wes, I just had my daughter's quinceañera. And while I love her and I've provided for her and she knows how much I love her, I've missed a lot of her childhood. And I'm not going to miss my next daughter's childhood. I want time freedom and I need leverage. Okay, I'm going to imply leverage. So guys, that's what number 2 is. Number 1 is trading time for money. No freedom there. Okay. Number 2, okay, winning the rat race, living like a rat. No time freedom to enjoy life. That's not a way to live. Number 3 are those with time freedom and financial freedom. Okay. Those are the people that have learned how to imply leverage. Now they still work, but they have time freedom as well. Okay. And this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. For me, the way I found a way to find that time freedom and financial freedom was from a simple 2-minute jaw-dropping video. Okay, absolutely rocked my world. All right, and if you haven't seen that, get back with whoever is sharing this with you and check that video out. What I do know is what's cool is I love it that it's totally up to you. It's not up to some corporate pyramid on how well you do here. I know that if you show this video, because the product actually works instantly, it absolutely works right in front of people's eyes. If you show this product to 200, 300, 400 people over the next 2, 3, 4 years, physically show it or make sure that they've actually seen it on text, not spamming people, but I know that if you show this video to enough people that you can retire from both of those worlds. Okay, I guarantee that if you show this to 200, 300, 400 people over the next 2, 3, 4 years, you can have financial and time freedom if you follow up with them. That's why I love this industry. Okay, leverage. Let me ask you a simple question, famous quote. Would you rather have 100% of your own effort or 1% of 100 people's effort? Guys, that's what leverage is. So find a way to get this leverage. And the final question I would be is, would you prefer to work 3 to 5 year plan, okay, or would you prefer the 40-year plan? There's all work is completely involved in both, but one has such a better outcome. So get back with the person that shared this video with you. If you haven't seen the 2-minute video, get back with them. It is life-changing. And please know this. I know that if I can do this, you can do this. And I 1000% believe in you. My name is Wesley Anderson. Peace out.